Well, South Dakota got a big road win on Saturday afternoon in Cedar Falls, 34-21, the final against Northern Iowa. And joining me now to talk about that is head coach Bob Nielson. And Bob, in a building like the Unidome, sometimes you just got to go out and make your own luck, right? And you guys haven't had a whole lot of good luck in that particular facility in your tenure here at South Dakota. But you force a punt miscue, interception, fumble recovery all in the first half. That led to 17 points, really got you rolling on Saturday.
It was a great way to start. Unfortunately, last couple times we've been up there, we've done the opposite. Where we've turned the ball over to them and given them really good field position. And so to capitalize on those opportunities early in the game and build a lead on the road is a way to certainly put yourself in a position to win a football game.
Yeah, you go into the half up 24-0. Now, I know you and pretty much everybody else had to figure UNI was going to make some kind of run. They weren't going to stay asleep all day, and they sure did that at the beginning of the third quarter with 14 points in the first 4.5 minutes. Any nerves at all there in the first part of that second half?
Well, they have a lot of weapons, and made a couple of big plays, and made the game a game. All of a sudden it's 24-14, not much time off the clock in the third quarter, where our guys had to respond, and I really thought our guys recentered themselves. We put a good drive together, even though it stalled out, and we got a field goal. Defense came on the field, 3 and out. We got the ball back, put together another drive and a touchdown, which was really a character-type drive, I thought, for our football team.
That right there, and collectively the second half effort in response to that storm that you and I put on you at the beginning of the third quarter, and we talked a little bit about this in the postgame on Saturday. I feel like that's a difference right there, and that's an example of the difference in this program right now. Do you agree? And just that in that moment, your guys were able to stay composed and go out and finish a game and do what it took to get a huge road win in a tough place to play.
I think it shows the leadership on our football team right now. We've got a great group of leaders on both sides of the football that said, hey, this thing's not going to get away from us. We need to go out and get back to work. I thought our coaches did a good job of kind of recentering our guys. We made a couple of corrections there defensively that really we just didn't execute on at least one of those big play scores. And then we played with poise, played with confidence, and that's what you have to do at critical times.
As you look at this effort defensively, one thing that definitely jumps out again is 5 sacks against Northern Iowa. That's a tough thing to do against a team that's as big and physical up front as they are. It's something you've done very well this year, but 5 more on Saturday gives you 21 for the year. You're top 15 in the country in that category. How much does that have to do, though, with how well you've played against the run?
Well, I think it has a lot to do with how we played against the run, and certainly building a lead. We've forced teams to play from behind and have to throw the ball more than what they want to throw, and then we can, as a defense, gear ourselves towards pass rush and coverage, but playing well against the run is where it all starts. We did that again on Saturday. They had less than 100 total yards, and considering that we gave up a 60-yard run, that tells you how well we played against the run for the entire game.
You use the words like character and poise, and I don't think there's anybody that personifies that more on your defense than Jack Cochran. 7 tackles, 2 interceptions from his middle linebacker spot. We're running out of ways to describe just what this guy means to this program, but huge for him, maybe even more so with the fact that it was at Northern Iowa and he grew up in Mount Vernon, Iowa, and you could tell afterwards this one meant a lot to Jack.
It meant a lot to a lot of our Iowa kids, to be close to home, a school that they probably looked at and made a decision to not go to and come to South Dakota. And we had a couple of guys that actually are from Cedar Falls on the roster. So Jack continues to just play at a high level. It's not just the way he plays, but it's the way that he commands and gets our defense focused on the field. He's our quarterback on the defensive side of the ball and is doing a great job providing leadership there.
On the other side of the football, if you guys were going to salt this thing away, you knew you were going to have to run the football. You talked about this afterwards, and you did that. and you dominated the line of scrimmage to do it. And Travis Tice ends up with a career-high 29 carries, second straight 100-yard effort for him. It wasn't just him. Nate Thomas had some good big carries in there as well. Overall, though, the ground game in the second half is what helped you put this thing away.
Yeah, we were able to get some first downs. I think we had almost 20 minutes of possession time in the second half. I know we had 10 minutes of possession time in the fourth quarter. We were bleeding the clock at the same time, getting enough first downs that we were able to keep the ball. The only disappointing thing is, we did fumble the football and give them a chance there in the fourth quarter with the short field. Our defense responded to that and got them off the field in 4 plays. But 2 weeks in a row now, we've done a good job of closing out games, which we had a hard time doing in the past.
And you did that against ranked opponents in back-to-back weeks. That's something that this program hasn't been able to say for quite a while. I wish I had the date for you, as a matter of fact, but I don't. But that does say a lot, and it has to be a tremendous confidence booster for your football program to be able to knock off top 25 teams in consecutive weeks with what, the kind of improvement that you guys have showed and just the validation that it creates.
Well, we're getting better every week. Got to continue to get better. Was my message on Sunday is that, hey, we're winning games, and winning games means that, people start paying more attention to you, but our focus can't change from what has got us to this point in having, won a couple of games in a row now, and that's getting better every week, focusing on doing things better than we did last Saturday while we prepare for a really good football team in Illinois State.